All right, we are in Seoul, and guys, Seoul is the place to be. I mean, it is just so awesome here in Seoul. It's the place to be right here. When you come to Seoul, it's such a crazy experience. It's way nicer than I expected. Like, I mean, I knew Seoul was going to be good, but it's just the character of it. So I'll fill you in. So this is just a normal street. What happens is you have all these really, really big office buildings, okay? So you have these office buildings, they're literally everywhere. And then what happens is as you're walking down the streets, and you have all these little hills and stuff like that, but as you're walking down the streets, there's just so many restaurants. It's unbelievable how many restaurants. So it has so much character to it. And I went to this place where, like, sometimes you go into the office buildings and they have like workout gyms that people join around here. They have like cigar shops that you just go, and it's like membership clubs and stuff like that. It's very high end. Seoul is very high end. So like, if you wanted to live in Seoul, like, you better make some money. Let's just put it that way. You could squeak by. Like, there's probably a lot of younger generation. There's a lot of young people here, and it's probably really tough for them. They probably work all the time, and they probably live in a little tiny studio or something like that. But I'll give you an example of, like, you know, the little restaurants and stuff that you just see everywhere. So you'll have all these little shops like this. You'll have all these little shops like this. And they're just on the side, you know, they're just everywhere. I mean, just nonstop everywhere. Stores, shops, they've got, like, so you'll get entrances like this. So like, you go inside there, and they always have like their little signs and stuff like that for the restaurant, like all the way up there. And you know, you get all these pictures of like the food that they serve. And then you just go in there, and it's got like stairways and everything. It's like really cool little entrances and stuff like that. And if you're a single guy and you like Asian girls, oh man, this is the place to be. Now also, I went to, I stayed also in, it's called, what is it called? Ijambu. And Ijambu is much more affordable, and you can take a subway. Their transportation systems here are unbelievable. You can take a subway for $2.50 for American money, and you can travel from one city to the next city, and their whole transportation system is set up that way. So you literally can live in a much more affordable city and just come straight over to Seoul for $2.50 each way. So you would spend $5 to get back and forth. And Ijambu, guys, I have met so many girls. Like, there are literally no foreigners here. Like, none, okay? 0 black people, 0 Mexicans, 0 white people. Like, guys, I feel like I'm the only white dude in the entire country. I am not kidding. There's none. My entire trip, I saw 1 American. That's it. 1 American. So if you're into like Asian girls, these girls will literally be like 25 years old, 28 years old, 30 years old. And I'm old. I'm like double their age. And a lot of these girls will want to go out with you. Like, there's it's just a different culture, you know what I mean? So, you know, not all of them, but if you're looking for meeting a really, there's so many beautiful girls here, guys, so many. See how they have like this cool, like they got like hills and everything is just office buildings, and it's the weekend, so all these big office buildings are closed, so there's not a lot of people out where we are right now. This is a more of a commercial area where I'm at right now, on the weekend, on a Saturday. Now, there's another part to Seoul that we're going to go to where it's where all of the apartment buildings are. So they have all these high rises where people live. So here it's not like in the States where like everybody has their own house and you have like a subdivision. It's not like that. Here it's like everybody lives in like high rises. You know, so you could pretty much just, now what, I didn't go by the high rises, so that's where I'm gonna go now. And that's where more population will be walking the streets and stuff like that. Because I didn't really know any better, and that's what people have been telling me. I'm like, where are all the people? And they said, well, it's hot out right now, so people really don't come out when it's hot. But if you want to be around more people, they said you've got to go to where all the high rises are for the housing communities. And that's where you'll see like the neighborhoods. So in Ijambu, you can meet like a great girl over there. I mean, you can meet a great girl over here in Seoul too. But it's just kind of like you might meet more of a girl that's like high maintenance, you know, over in Seoul. If you're really looking for like a good girl, you probably want to go to Ijambu. And like I said, it's only like 35 minutes by subway, and you can get over here real quickly. So, but you know, now coffee shops, oh my God, like this coffee shop right here. Hold on, let me put this, wait, hold on. So like, see this coffee shop here? So, this coffee shop, I mean, dude, there's just non-stop places to just stop and eat. I mean, it's unbelievable how many restaurants and coffee shops there are. I mean, that's all this whole place is coffee shops and restaurants. So great experience, man. If you haven't been to South Korea, I definitely recommend you come over here to Seoul. It's a really cool place. I definitely will be coming back here. It's a different culture. Like, it takes a while to get used to it, you know, but I really have traveled to different city after city. So like, I will take the subway and I would like literally get off at each city and I'd walk around, and they're all pretty much the same. You get used to it. But Seoul is definitely, without a doubt, I see why all the young people want to come here and live here. It's pretty obvious why. There's just so much to do, and there's a lot of history here, man. You got a lot of cool places to go and do. So, but as you can see, these are all like the big buildings up there. Because, like I said, I'm more where I'm at right now is more like the commercial places, you know. So I got to try to get the hell out of here so I can get over on the other side. Hopefully I can exit out through here, I hope. I'm about to find out. We'll see. Hopefully this goes around in a big circle. I did eat at an American restaurant. They had an Outback Steakhouse here, so I was able to eat over there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so when you're in Seoul, there's a place called Seoul Station. So it's really so simple with the transportation system. So all you have to always do is the city that you're in. Just ask, when you're on the subway, everything is a station. So, for example, Seoul Station would be where you always go to the subway, or easy place to go to the transportation. And then when you get off to the next city, so let's say you're taking a ride from the subway from Seoul to Ijambu, you're going to go to Ijambu Station. So everything is real simple to remember. Whatever city you are, it's just station. And that's always where you're going to go back to when you're ready to go back, to your destination or wherever you're staying.
왜 형이 지난번에
Oh. See, they got all these cool type of buildings like this. They're just so cool looking, and they're all like these restaurants and cool places to go in. So another thing too is the hills. When you're from Florida, everything's flat. You come over here, man, you got all these hills. So you got a sweet hotel way over there. I can't see the name of it, but so we're making our way back to the commercial area. And then what I'll do from here is I'll take a right and I'll start heading to the residential area. Look how cool these buildings are. I mean, you just got so much of this stuff right here, guys. I mean, there's never, you could live here for 5 years and you'll never even come close to go into all the restaurants. You could take your girl out every single night to a different place. So what I like Asian girls, right? So when I'm in America, I see Asian girls when I go to the casino. But when you're in America and you see an Asian girl, you're like, oh wow, an Asian girl, cool, an Asian girl. Here, every single girl is an Asian girl, and they're super cute, super cute. So I'm like a kid in a candy store. But if you're not into Asian girls, this is definitely not the place for you. All right, so I'm gonna head this way, guys. I got a long walk, and man, I've been walking, guys, for miles. I'm talking miles and miles and miles, bro, and it's hot as heck out here. Just nothing but big office buildings, bro, like everywhere. Everywhere. Big ass buildings everywhere. And then these are all this is like a bank. And like I said, the transportation here is just amazing. You do not need a car. When you come to Korea, you do not need a car. You can travel everywhere by bus, subway, or Uber. They've got Uber, they got like another couple services here. So you don't have to have any vehicle when you come here. So basically all these big buildings coming up ahead, guys, that you see way over there, all those big buildings, that's still considered like commercial. But as I go behind that is where you'll start seeing people living in the high rises and stuff. And then so way back there will be more residential stuff. But I've just literally got off that subway and I have been just walking for miles and miles and miles in the brutal hot sun. But because of these big buildings, you know, you have a lot of shade. Like, look at the size of these buildings, man. It's freaking crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down now. And maybe I'll film when I get in the residential area.